say, oh, here's another thing. Well, this will put you back in a better mood. We dissected the Jungle Boy and Rush match from AEW Dynamite.
Yeah.
The other day on the program, and that's gotten a lot of attention. But a lot of people, I mean, even the normal apologists and sycophants and people who don't want to offend anybody are talking about it in much the same way as we did. It's pretty fucking, as some people were saying, well, they punished Jungle Boy for being a dick over at the convention of the fans. Well, no, then if he'd have done that, which, now that I think about it, Tony Khan might do that. A promoter would not punish himself to punish one of the talents. He would have fucking put Jungle Boy over like $1 million before the pay-per-view and then beat him like a fucking government mule either at or right after the pay-per-view. But maybe Tony missed that bit of subtlety. But the point is, in addition to all the other things that we called in our description of that debacle and that Rush is unprofessional and should be fired because what a prick he is, I actually didn't notice another thing that he did that offended I'm sure a good part of the audience, but Stacy picked up on it. Because she didn't watch that show either, but when she heard our review, because she does listen to our program, she just doesn't watch the rest of the shit. But when she heard the review, she had to watch that match, right? She goes back and watches it, and she said, come here, look at this. And it was when Rush was on the floor after he had just beaten the piss out of Jungle Boy. And also, this wasn't the TV version. This was like they didn't have the picture-in-picture. They had all the action instead of the commercial break, right? But this apparently was on all the television, this part of it. He's standing out there on the floor, Jungle Boy's selling and bleeding, and Rush looks at the camera and calls him a puta. And apparently, in Spanish, a puta is a pussy. Or was that the word puta or pota or puto or whatever the fuck? I don't know, but Stace just said, look, he just called him a pussy in Spanish right on television. So how many of the current American or United States television watching population is Spanish or Hispanic or speaks Spanish, I wonder. So he not only basically destroyed Jungle Boy and emasculated him and pissed in his mouth while he was down there and beat him bloody and etc., but he also managed to cuss on television at the same time.
Well, I think they made up for it, though, with what happened on Twitter afterwards.
What happened on Twitter afterwards?
Jungle Boy tweeted out, "Respect. Rush is a beast. We'll do it again one day." To which Rush retweeted that with, "Any opponent or wrestler that has the balls to stand up after the beating of their life has my respect. You have the willpower to win the heavyweight title. And when you do, we will meet again. And I will take that title from you at a big event."
At a big event.
At a big event to be named later.
For a lot of money. So Jungle Boy, after this guy just basically bitch slapped him in front of his entire family and his whole fan base and the general population of the United States and many foreign countries that might give a shit, just fucking made him look like a complete dipshit. Somehow he thinks it's a good idea to tweet. Well, much respect, he's a beast. And then Rush can't even be, yeah, you were great. You almost had me or whatever. He's like, yes, I gave you the beating of your life, but you stood back up. And so one day you will beat everyone else and win the world title, and then I will beat you again.
At a big event.
At a big event. In a theater near you.
In an outdoor stadium or arena. Indoors or outdoors.
Whether the chairs or not. The fans can stay or leave. It will all happen. And I will beat you, and then you will stand up again and kiss me and show me respect and fondle my genitals. Like I did to you on national TV for no apparent purpose.
Do you think Tony should make Rusha EVP?
No, I think he should jump straight to president. President, because if you want to talk about a fucking guy that's capable of starting some fucking bullshit in the locker room, I think this guy, he's not just a contender. He may be the man. If you're rating your EVPs and or the order of importance of your roster members by how much shit they can start and potentially finish in the locker room, I think Rush will definitely start a bunch of shit, and he looks like he can finish it over most of them too. So I think he'll be laying waste to these fucking little bitches for years to come.
See, that's the thing too.
Straight to president.
Jungle Boy goes back to the locker room. You know where he's going. You know who he's talking to. Who amongst that crew is going to stand up to Roosh?
And then again, they can't get in any more trouble. Because then how would it look? Will they get in another fucking skirmish? Punk isn't. I'm not even there. I'm with AJ.
The entire elite got beat up by Roosh. They're saying it's his fault.
Yes, it's Punk's fault. Punk put out a hit. But no, if they get in a fight with anybody else, then it makes them look like fucking Ned and the first reader. And by the same token, you're right. They can't win the physical fight. They can't get in a physical fight without looking like idiots. And they know that Tony is so wishy-washy that he'll just fucking, if anything bad happens to them, he'll delay the adjudication of that also. So it's just it's going to be based on who can whip who and who's scared to fight who. This will be interesting.
Well, that was the AEW report for this drive-through, and